In this group, are you videoing?
Yeah.
Okay. A lot of us grow up without fathers, or with fathers that are there, but they're absentee. They don't spend much time with us. And I grew up with a father who was a great father, but he didn't have a father, so he didn't know how to be a father. So I'm going to talk today about mentoring. You know, a lot of the young men that come into the soccer here don't have fathers, and they come to me because I'm a father and a grandfather, and they ask for advice. But I want to talk about I want to tell a story about someone who mentored me when I was in high school, and then what we can do now. You know, how we're mentoring young men in our lives today, now, this week. And so, if you can hang out, I'd love to tell you about that. So, when I was in, I guess I was in second grade, and there was this other young man on the baseball team with me. His name was Richard, and Richard was a great athlete, and who played a great role in my life till around the age of 7. So around the age of 7 to 17, this older boy, he's 2 years older than me, named Richard, we were playing on the same baseball team. My first memory of him is the bases were loaded, we were ahead by 1 run, last inning, and the shortstop went to make a catch, and it went through his glove. But Richard was playing second base, and he grabbed it and made the out, and we won the game. And then I would go on later on to play high school soccer with Richard, and he was an amazing player. He was a little shorter than me, and he had huge thighs, and he had explosive acceleration, and he played ball incredibly well. And we were going for a state championship. We were in the quarterfinals, and we were down 2-1 in this game. It was an elimination game, and we were down 2-1, and there were 2 seconds left in the game, and we had a corner kick. So they tell Richard to take it, and Richard was a right footer, but he kicked it with his left foot, and he put it in the upper corner of the net on a corner kick, and we tied then, and then we went on to win that game and go to the finals of the Massachusetts state champions. And during that season, he invited me to come to church with him. So I went to church with Richard, and we would go to church, you know, on Sundays, and that had a huge impact on me. That was the first time I knew anything about Jesus. I didn't know anything. I saw people praying with their hands up, and I said, "What's that all about?" And they explained all that to me, and it was just all very strange and very different and very good, and I really started to incline my heart to God. But throughout high school, there was a lot of alcohol and a lot of womanizing and you know, some other bad things going on. But we were getting acquainted with Jesus, and then after I got out of college, I saw Richard again. We were going to Bible studies, and I became a Christian, and God took the alcoholism away from me, and I saw Richard there, and then about maybe 30 years went by, and I knew Richard had a bad car accident, got a bad head injury. But he was an amazing athlete. He would go on to run many Boston marathons and just do incredible things. Physically, he could do like hundreds of chin-ups and hundreds of push-ups. He was just a very gifted athlete. And last summer, I went up to see Richard, and we talked, and he had almost died. He's 66, I'm 64. He had a heart issue, and they had to open him up and fix some arteries. And we had a great time. His sister was there, who's a very godly woman. And we just had a great time, and we prayed. But when I look back to that age of age 7 to age 17, he had such a great impact on me. He was just such a kind and nice man. He never gossiped. There was a lot of gossip in our high school, so I really learned that from him. And I learned a lot of really godly things. Although, you know, with all mentors, they're not perfect. You know, they have their faults. But you can imitate the good things, and that's what I did then. And God has done so much in his life. He was recently baptized and recently really solidified his walk with God. He's got kids that are doing well in the faith. He's got grandkids and just lives a really great life. But so all that to say that, you know, we're here to mentor people. A lot of the guys that come to the soccer would love to be that person for you. And so Tuesday night at my house, we have a group of men that meet on Tuesday nights at 6:30 at my house. If you want to get involved in that, let me know. We just look at a few verses to talk about it. But you know, AI and ChatGPT are not going to be your mentor. They have an agenda that's not going to help you, that's going to hurt you, because it's an agenda of large corporations, etc. but you really need other men in your life, and that hasn't changed. You know, Jesus had 12 disciples for a reason, so he could mentor them, and look at the impact they had on the world. The 1/3 of the world's population are Christians, and it's because of those 12 men that Jesus mentored. So that really shows the power of mentoring. So if you want to come to that, it's on Tuesday night. A lot of the guys that come to soccer go to church with me. We all sit together, and that's a lot of fun too. But thanks for listening, and just come see me, and I'll give you my address and so forth. And thanks. Any questions, feel free to ask. But thanks for listening.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
All right. Take care, guys. We'll see you next Sunday.